Well, good morning. I'm back in the power wagon, and again, that means there's an adventure about to happen, right? We are on the road. It's about 9:20 in the morning, and I am headed to a gas station about 15 minutes away to meet up with Darren Hooker and my other buddy Anthony. We are headed to San Luis, Colorado, or near there, I should say. My wife and I own some property up there, about 35 acres of land, probably 10 years ago. And we use it for camping and taking our travel trailer up there and stuff. But over the course of the years, we haven't been going up there very much. And I want to say the last time my youngest son and I were up there, it was maybe almost 2 years ago. I haven't been back. So I needed to go up there and check on it. I've got some new no trespassing signs I need to post because I remember last time I was there, the other ones were all faded out. So I've got some little housework to do while I'm there, I guess you could say. But I decided to make a trip out of it, invite some friends along. It should be a good time. It's a beautiful little spot. It's wooded, and we've had a clearing, a road put in a big clear area for camping and to set up tents or units like your overlanding rigs or whatever. So we have a nice little area. Should be a good weekend hanging out with the guys. I don't have any kids with me. The wife is at home. The kids are back in school, and because of my weird days off, I'm forced to go when I can, and when I can is today is Sunday, and I'll be back on Tuesday. So again, having to go on my days off. Luckily, Mama's good with picking up the slack and covering the house and the kids while I take off and hang out with some buddies for a while. So you may have just seen, I do have some company though. When I was in law enforcement and I was able to retire from that, my last assignment, I guess you could say, I was in the canine unit, and I had a bomb dog, and his name was Oscar. And fortunately enough for me and him, when I retired, he retired as well. So he lives at home with us now, living the good life, and he is coming with me on this trip. Usually he doesn't go on these overlanding trips with me just because he's not used to that, right? He's highly trained and doesn't really like interacting with other dogs, and he just prefers to do his own thing. But since there's no dogs going this trip and just me and a couple other guys, it should be fairly chill, and I thought I'd get him out of the house. So Oscar, you want to say hi, bud? What's up, buddy? Come on, Lewis. You want to say hi? Yeah. So Oscar, the bomb sniffing retired dog, is going with us. So he's excited. I think he's going to enjoy himself. And yeah, so more to come, but that's just the little introduction. We are on the road, and we are headed north to San Luis, Colorado area, which, by the way, is the oldest city in the state of Colorado. So anyway, beautiful little area, and I'll show you more later. You guys stay tuned. Once we got to the property, everyone chose their parking place and set up their individual gear. Once that was done, it was time to sit around, enjoy the beautiful weather, and have an adult beverage while talking about things to come. It was a great weekend that we all enjoyed so much. We couldn't ask for better weather. It was about 80 during the day and cooling off to 50 degrees at night. And with satellite communication, thanks to the Starlink, we're all able to stay in touch with everyone back home, as well as surf the internet for the next best overlanding piece of gear. Okay, in this section of the video, you're gonna watch me attempt to use the Omni oven that I purchased a few years ago at an Overland Expo event. It's been sitting in the garage and finally decided to bring it to camp and give it a try. Honestly, I was a little intimidated, so I watched some YouTube videos to get an idea of how this thing works, and I think I have a good understanding now. I decided to make some pepperoni calzones at camp this time. I figured I'd make something, let everybody try it, and get some feedback from everybody else at camp. After watching some YouTube videos, I did follow some of the suggestions that people had on the videos. One was to put oil on your hands before handling the pizza dough, which you probably just saw me do. That I do not recommend. I don't think it's needed, and it was just very messy. As you can see, I'm wiping it off now because it was messy and the dough really wasn't sticking to my hands, and it didn't stick to the cutting board, which was nice because I kind of forgot about that. So yeah, you just lay out the pizza dough. It's Pillsbury store-bought pizza dough, comes in the roll, and you put all your toppings on one side and you fold it over and pinch it together and put it in the Omni oven. It's not a super complicated thing. You'll be able to watch me do it here. A couple of things. You can see I'm using my Jetboil Genesis stove, which I absolutely love as far as stoves go. I highly recommend that. And then the Omni oven is sitting on top of a, I'm trying to think of what the word is here. It's a flame diffuser, I guess is what they called it online. Somebody in a YouTube video says that the Omni oven is great, but with direct heat from the, from whatever stove you're using, can cause a lot of things to burn. And they found that if they added this simple flame diffuser between the stove and the Omni oven, it made a big difference. So that's what that white handle is, sticking out on the bottom right hand side of the screen. That's the flame diffuser. So that is sitting on top of the stove, and then the Omni oven is sitting on top of that. And I believe that it did make a difference because the bottom of the calzone, which you'll see in the next video, I think turned out nice and golden brown. There was no burning, and I think that was mainly because of that diffuser. But enjoy this section of the video. You'll watch me put this calzone together. Very simple ingredients, very inexpensive also. And it made enough that 5 of us could have a pretty good slice of calzone. It wouldn't definitely surpass as a meal, but it was a good little appetizer, I'll put it that way. But definitely could feed 2 people very well with one of these. Any more than that, you're probably gonna have to make 2 of them. So, and speaking of that, it took an hour to cook on medium heat. So start this before you get hungry, because you don't wanna be hungry, start cooking, and then have to wait an hour to be able to eat anything. So enjoy this section of the video. I'll let you go for now, and you'll see the following video how it turns out. All right, so we did a calzone in the Omni oven for the first time. Never used this before, so we're praying that it turned out well. I'm going to flip it, and we're gonna see how everything turned out. You ready for the unveiling? Let's hope that it... Oh. Oh, yeah. I think we did good. We didn't, we got a crust, but we didn't, there's no black. So that's what you're wanting. All the fillings and toppings are cooked inside.
Where's your blade?
Stand by, I'll get it. We're gonna grab a knife. And we are gonna check it out. Let's get a cut on this. We're gonna cut a sliver. Oop. It's hot pocket at camp. Shit's falling out. But yes, it turned out and it didn't burn. So we're not doing too bad for the very first time trying this Omni oven. So we'll let you know how it is. Darren, what are you doing over here?
You know, Corey, just trying to be a good neighbor and make a little food for all the fine folks out here camping in your property. It's been a great weekend, whatever you want to call it. Just trying to do my part.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. It looks delicious, brother.
Hopefully so. No guarantees.
Mariah, how are you holding up?
Feeling good.
Lee?
Hey, Danielle. Chicken salad's amazing.
Yeah.
It brought me back to life.
Anthony, how's your sunburn?
Doing good.
You got a little bit of a drizzle, but not bad. Doing good. Hanging out. I got the calzone in the Omni oven. So probably another 15 minutes on that. Good stuff. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the truck, and unfortunately that means it's time to head home. We had a really good few days up there at our property up near San Luis, Colorado. The property was just as I'd left it a couple of years ago when I was up there last. It was great to see that there was no signs of anybody getting on our land or doing anything they shouldn't be doing. Some of the stuff that I left up there was still there. So we're kind of tucked away and kind of hard to find. You'd really have to know what you were doing to be able to find our little piece of land, since we're on a dead end dirt road. So anyway, everything was good up there. We had a great time. I was super surprised to see my buddy Lee and his wife Mariah show up out of the blue. They surprised us. They knew we were coming up. They were at another camp kind of across the mountain, and they knew we were coming up on Sunday, so they timed it perfectly. We got off the pavement and were airing down, and they pulled in, and man, I was really shocked. I was so happy to see them though, because they're such a good group of people to hang out with. So all in all, we had Anthony, who's Dirt Dino on Instagram, and his Raptor. He's still waiting for his Project M. He's got a date in October to go pick it up, so he's super excited. And we've been talking four-wheel campers all weekend long, because he's definitely ready. He's using a ground tent right now just for the time being, but he is, man, he wants to get up there as soon as he can and get his Project M. So he's excited. We had Darren Hooker up with us, great dude. You know, he couldn't ask for a more salt of the earth kind of guy. He is Hook600 on Instagram. Give him a follow. Him and his wife are out all the time in their Jeep. They go to some really beautiful places, so check them out too. And then, like I said, Tortuga Blanca Overland, my buddy Lee and his wife Mariah, they surprised us, and we had a blast. So we had a good little showing up there at the property. Super quiet and chill. I mean, you just didn't see or hear anything up there. I mean, there's no vehicle traffic, no sounds of nothing, just the nature. Beautiful. You'll see in some of the pictures and video, from earlier. It's really kind of remote, and it's just a nice place to hang out. I wish there was some kind of a stream or water nearby. The lake is about 8 miles away, but obviously that doesn't do us any good unless we pack up and head over there. So, but yeah, we set up camp, had a campfire the first night, and just sat around listening to some music and bullshitting and having a good time. And I'd say about 10 o'clock, 10:30, we started getting some drizzle and some rain, and we knew, okay, that's a sign, I guess, to go to bed. So we all kind of packed it up and went to bed and fell asleep to the rain hitting the units on the back, on the truck, and just really peaceful evening. Woke up in the morning, made some really good breakfast. I had the Keurig again because thankfully the Red Arc inverter is kicking ass and doing everything it should be doing, and so I'm really happy with that. And the Keurig coffee maker was running all morning and provided coffee for everybody, so that was super cool. Really easy, no cleanup or nothing. So yeah, we did coffee, breakfast, and then we kind of went for a hike and checked out the property and did some walking around. I had some no trespassing signs I wanted to hang up, took care of that. Yeah, and then we just kind of enjoyed each other's company. It was a nice, relaxing weekend, I guess you can say. I didn't have any kids, just me and Oscar, and so we're just enjoying ourselves. I miss the family terribly, but it was definitely nice to be able to just sit and chill and not have to, the kids asking for this or the kids asking for that. So it was nice. It was nice to just do that every once in a while and just have that little bit of a break. But I do miss them dearly, and I'm happy to be headed home and get to see them when they get out of school today. So yeah, the second night was great. We did kind of like a potluck. I got some video inserted, you probably just watched, of the Omni oven that I used, and we made a calzone. I hadn't even used that thing since I bought it, probably Expo West a couple years ago. So I decided now was a good time to try it out. So I watched a couple YouTube videos, get some pointers, and brought up some stuff to make calzones, and I think it turned out great. There's a little bit of tweaking here and there, some feedback from the group, just really minor stuff, like maybe a little bit more sauce, and I just did pepperoni, but I think if we mixed it up with maybe some mushrooms or some other kind of toppings inside, I think it would really send it out of the park. So yeah, we'll keep improving on it, and there's other recipes I want to try. It worked really good, and I do have a couple of tips. If you have an Omni oven, get a burner diffuser from Amazon. I think it was like $9, but I saw somebody else comment on that on a YouTube video, and it made all the difference. It sits on top of your stove, and it diffuses the heat, and then the Omni oven sits on top of that, and it keeps your stuff inside from burning because you don't have like super direct heat on the bottom of that Omni oven. So again, the calzone didn't burn. It had a nice crispy crust on the bottom. Yeah, so anyway, enough about that. You saw it in the video earlier, but get the diffuser. It worked awesome. Yeah, so, and then Hooker cooked up some burgers. We kind of, Lee and Mariah had some hamburger meat. We did some jalapenos and onions mixed into the hamburger patties, and then Hooker grilled them up on his Blackstone, and we had hamburgers. My wife made some really good chicken salad. I refuse to eat anybody else's because she just makes her so good, and I love it. So we had some chicken salad that she set me up with. We had the burgers, we had the calzone. So we were fat and happy come dusk last night, sitting around the campfire. Had a few beers, a couple cocktails, sitting around just enjoying the dark sky and the beautiful moon we had last night. And once again, around 10 o'clock, the wind picked up and the rain started coming down. So we decided to pull the awnings in, put the awnings away. We were leaving the next day anyway, so why not get them away? And the wind was actually whipping pretty good. Put the fire out, crawled into bed, and man, it wasn't 5 minutes after I got in bed that the rain just started coming down pretty crazy. So it was really nice to fall asleep to that again. And the four-wheel camper is so comfortable inside, and slept like a baby, and you just feel so safe and secure from the weather inside the camper. It's definitely a nice luxury to have. I'm very happy with it. But woke up this morning, had some more coffee, hooked everybody up with the Keurig, and we all had coffee, and just started drying stuff out because some chairs got wet and stuff was drying out. But we had clear skies and sun this morning. Dried some stuff out and packed up, and we're headed home. All of us could probably use a shower. Good thing you can't smell through here, but we smell like campfire and probably a little bit of BO. But yeah, we had a great weekend. Had a blast. Everybody had fun. It was just a nice, relaxing weekend. So I didn't do a lot of video at camp. I just took this opportunity this time to enjoy myself and not kind of worry about making videos and taking pictures of every little thing. But I did get a little bit of stuff, so I'll put it all together, and I'm sure you'll be watching this in a few days after I get home. But thanks again for coming along and joining us on our adventures. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We try to put content out whenever we can, and just enjoy sharing our experience with you all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's probably going to be a short but sweet one. But again, there's always more to come. We've got another adventure coming up in a Labor Day weekend here in about a week. So we'll have something else out to you then. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll talk to you all later.